there's a science-based approach to nearly every sport on the planet now, but big wave surfing hasn't really got that yet. The amount of times people have asked me, how fast are you going down that thing? I don't actually know. And also the impact and the forces I'm dealing with when I fall off, I want to know what that is, and can we train to survive those better? I'm headed to Dundalk to meet a company called Stat Sports. They have a little GPS type device that they use in football, NFL, rugby, and I want to see if they can help me develop further what I do in big wave surfing. What sort of stuff can you measure for me on this then?
We might actually just show you a bit of some of the software just to let you see exactly.
Let's see it all, yeah.
This figure here that we have, we call it collision load rather than impact. It takes into account the speed that you enter into a collision or an impact, and then it takes into account the duration of the impact as well. Like probably in rugby, like we'd classify anything over 11, 12 as a big collision load. It'll be interesting to see if what sort of G-force.
Yeah, it will be definitely. It just brings more science to the whole thing of big wave surfing, and I think a lot of people think of big wave surfers as, you know, extra crazy surfers, and it's not that at all. Yeah, there's a few screws loose here and there, but it's calculated madness, you know, and I think this adds a lot of depth to it that hasn't been done yet.
We got some of the data, and you've picked up some speeds like 25 kilometers an hour. Okay, so twice you went over 25 kilometers an hour.
On the wave itself?
On the wave itself, yeah. So obviously carrying the wave and going through into the water. Okay.
Right.
So on the afternoon session, then is where we found one of the biggest things. It was actually an impact. Okay, 25 Gs. If you were going along in a car, 50, 60 miles an hour, you come to a complete stop. That's 25 Gs going through your body. Yeah. So it's a car crash essentially.
And that wasn't even a big wave.
That was a small wave. That was roughly around 18 to 20 feet. Like, so that was one of your smaller waves. Yeah. So.
And I remember actually being in the tube and that and coming to the end, it like hit me.
Yeah.
I remember feeling the poof underwater, the impact.
And that was the one. One of the most startling things we actually found is going into that wave, you're doing around 15k, but actually under the water, you picked up again. You went up to 18, 20 kilometers an hour. So you're actually going faster once you were picked under the water, yeah. So
it's unreal. That's the power of that thing just hitting me.
Exactly, yeah.
Imagine when we do this on a really big one.
Massively,
like, I've had impacts at sea on big days that have actually frightened me, you know, like left me thinking about it for days.
So compared to other sports like rugby and NFL, that collision was one of your top end collisions, okay? They get like 1 or 2 of these collisions per game, but you had like 3 or 4 of these collisions in the whole day, okay? So like putting your body through much more stress.
Does that mean I'm harder than them?
I'd like to put you into a training session and you could be like a punch bag or something for them. But yeah, so you're putting your body through the same kind of stresses that these rugby players and NFL players would train for on a daily basis.
Right.
So pretty big stuff, a lot of stress going through the body, yeah. So your highest heart rate was actually 180 beats per minute, okay? So for a big man like yourself, that's quite high. And during the whole session, you were 17 to 18 minutes in red zone. So red zone is working above 85% of your max, okay?
Right.
So it mightn't seem like a lot, but that obviously is a lot out in the water, doing a lot of paddling, you're jumping up on the board, you're taking collisions all the time.
I was shocked at the impact reading. That's like a proper car crash. You know, the same figures as a car crash. I know I'm not in a metal box hitting another car, but it's the same figures. But that's mental, yeah. And I know that I surf way bigger waves. Like, so if we can maybe measure that in the future, how that hits me, it'll be frightening. You know, I think that will be frightening to see those figures. But it won't make me. It'll make me want to do it more. It'll make me want to do it more because now I know where those impacts are, and I'll maybe be able to train for them better, to take them better. Don't let my mum hear that.